Arrest is not anything that can stop us from. We have revolutionary duties in this country. We have told you there are three places for anybody who is doing activism at our level. First is arrest, detention, prison. Second is a place of exile where you run away. And the third is the graveyard. Any of those can happen at any time, especially if you are doing the level of activism that we're doing. And I know it will scare some of you. We don't want you to die. Everybody will die one day. So there was no way that I could have been prevented. I was in court yesterday and you were probably there. Journalists were there asking me, are you not afraid that soldiers are in front of us? Rock? Who are soldiers? Soldiers are people employed by the people giving guns to protect us. And the uniform is the only difference between us and the soldiers. And the gun they are carrying. And we also factored in soldiers even in this struggle because they are the ones who are dying needlessly in these wars created by foolish politicians.
Exactly.
So soldiers, police, we don't have anything against you except when you overstep your bounds. We put you back in your place regardless of what you're wearing on your shoulder. Yes.
Yesterday, Sunday Igboho made a statement saying that he can tell us the people responsible for the kidnap of children in Oyo State, and he seemed very bold about that. What do you have to say?
What is he waiting for? Just tell us so that we can find them. But I don't want to keep playing words with non-state actors or individuals. I've told you before, I don't have anything against Sunday Igboho until he made that statement that anybody who's not supporting Tinubu cannot campaign in Yoruba. That's where, for me, he crossed the line. And he and I have spoken. He sent me a message that he didn't mean it that way. So anybody in this country that can help fix the country, as long as they're not committing crime, we're in support of them. When we were students, we formed vigilantes against cultists. When we were students, we formed vigilantes against DSS who infiltrated and were trying to kill students, police. So we're the ones. I'm one of the people that started OPC. I'm one of the people that started the Niger Delta struggle you are seeing, even though I wasn't a militant because I don't believe in violence. We did the Kayama Declaration with Toronto Douglas and the rest of the guys. So, because I was born in Niger Delta, and you guys know I maintain multiple ethnicity. Part of me is Yoruba, Hausa, Ijo, Igbo. I'm Igbo by music. I'm Idoma by Igala by the kind of clothes you guys wear. Fashion. So I am everything. So I'm not the kind of person who will say I'm for everybody but for nobody. I'm for everybody. I'm for everybody. Yes.
One more question.
Yes.
Regarding the protest yesterday and that is happening in Otonju right now, I want you to pass the message to all the human rights activists. If there is a coming together, one voice, how strong do we feel we can?
You see, anybody who is doing human rights don't need special invitation to support what is going on, except you are not doing human rights. When we were in the university, we didn't have WhatsApp groups, we didn't have telephones, no mobile phones. Yet, when students say they are opposed to a problem, all the students will fall in without any special meetings. We used to have meetings only once. Now we have WhatsApp, you have Facebook, you have TikTok. If you're an activist, nobody needs, we are not traditional rulers that needs to be invited and some rituals have to be undertaken, except you are not an activist and you are just moonlighting as an activist. If you're an activist, you wake up in the morning, you see injustice, you fight against it. And you look for the nearest person around you to hold hands together and fight for it. I'm not in the kind of activism that is looking for award or recognition. When I was doing journalism, it's the same thing. I didn't care. I didn't belong to the NUJ. So, and I don't go for awards. You can't give me an award. It is those people who are looking for recognition and accolades that are always waiting to be invited. The injustice has already reached your house. In fact, everybody should be a human rights activist now. Because that's the only way you can survive. Otherwise, the kidnappers are on your doorsteps already. They are in every city. They are surrounded every school. Very soon, you will find out that these guys have penetrated everywhere. So be waiting to be invited to do human rights activism and revolution now.
if by tomorrow this country is handed over to you from Eagle Square,
Yeah.
what is your first priority?
The first priority, you see that in there?
The Black Maria.
It will not be transporting anybody again, but it will transport the first set of people to Kuje prison. You know them. Tinumbu them. No, but on a serious note, I've always said that sending people to prison is not public policy for serious leaders. Yeah, it's the distraction. What we come for is justice. And when I mean justice, it's first and foremost to restore progress and prosperity to this country. And I've always said it's not a matter of what's the first thing you do. It's what are you doing all together. Because start growing electricity on the first day. We are fighting to ensure that this security problem is resolved immediately, using technology, using medium and long term, whatever strategy we can use. We are going to start funding education on the first day. We are going to start funding healthcare. We are fixing our roads starting from the first day. You are not going to see me on in fact, if anybody puts a newspaper advert celebrating my 100 days in office, I'll find the person, hunt the person down, and make sure that you never do that nonsense again. And if you are in my cabinet, you are fired on that day. That means you don't have work for you to wait for 100 days before you are counting 100 days. People are already dying before you are elected into office. So it's going to be all of this starting at the same time, because no one single solution can solve Nigeria's problem. There has to be a set of solutions starting at the same time. All of them are interlinked and interwoven. Your security is interwoven with economic development, it's interwoven with education, it's interwoven with generation of electricity, it's interwoven with agriculture and food security, it's interwoven with healthcare, it's interwoven with tourism. Because without security, you can't have tourist centers. You can't have, even the technology we are talking about will not work as long as there's security. This insecurity started first by taking down churches.
Exactly.
And then they started taking down telecom infrastructures, yes, so that people cannot communicate. So they go after everything. And now it's gone round and they are taking down mosque as well. Because that's the goal. It was about taking over this country and making sure that it doesn't work for us. But the most interesting thing and important thing is for you to know that the people who are doing it are in government. Either those who are directly funding it, or those who are encouraging it, or those who are ignoring it. They are all the same.
Okay, so about the INEC.
In one of the newspapers today, we saw that the bandits are giving a demand for Oyo State to be turned into Sharia states and some other demands. What would you say to them as regards this issue on ground?
I have not heard officially that these people made any demands. It's because there's a lot of rumors. Yeah. And this do-nothing government can even manufacture demands so that they will scare you from, expecting the kids who are under siege or in kidnappers' den. A serious government will not be transmitting demands. It should be the terrorists who are fulfilling the demands of the Nigerian government by now, exactly, in ensuring that they release all these kids and they are on the run, and we must hunt them down wherever they go to. So all these things you are hearing that they are making this demand, they also love it. And I've said this before. The Nigerian government loves it when things are not working. Because then you start trying to figure out, you start making rumors, and before you know it, BB Nigeria has started again. And you are all completely in the lockdown for another 6 months, watching people doing what you do at home without putting it on camera. So, rubbish. So let's focus on, don't let us participate in the distraction and the rumors. Let's focus on the results. Bring back these girls. It's as simple as that. I mean the school kids and their teachers. And we are saying it applies to every kidnapped person in the country.
Okay, so about the INEC data leak, about the guy contesting for elections, he's saying that he's scared. Now, what do you think about this development? How can a whole body like INEC...
Anybody that is scared should not be in politics. Even if they don't leak your data, they can give it to anybody. But I want to say this. If any one of you is expecting that police will do anything about data leak, you are just wasting your time. All that paparazzi or distraction they are doing by inviting wikis, they just want to make you let it go away. INEC is the number 22nd political party in Nigeria. There are 21. INEC is the 22nd. And they operate interestingly on behalf of the so-called number one political party, APC, the ruling party. So anything, see, there's nobody who should even be doubting it. If the president is the one who appointed the chairman of INEC, appointed the electoral commission, appointed state commissioners of INEC, what do you expect?
Nothing.
Nothing. They don't even need to leak data. I told you before that this INEC use data from voters to prepare membership register for APC in 2022. So it's not the first time they do this kind of a thing. So, they are probably doing it as we speak. Yes.
Okay, sir. One more thing, sir.
Yeah.
And the First Lady, Remi Tinubu, has seen sharing cars ladies in the APC in the midst of the insecurity and when children have been kidnapped, and she has not said anything about it, rather she has been sharing cars.
How are you sure that they are not the ones who kidnapped the kids? Because that's what Fayose said, that he believed that it's the Oyo State governor that, and Oyo State governor is saying I'm not the one, but then Sunday Igboho says he knows the people. So, and if he has not been able to mention the names of the people, they are probably these people. You'll be surprised one day that we'll find out that they carried out this kidnap themselves. I used to say it when Buhari was in power, and this criminal guy was there as the Attorney General, who now comes here, that they are the ones behind terrorism. It was when he got to office that it was leaked that he was taking money from terrorists, financiers in this country. They came out, this was disclosed in this court. But I used to be the only person who said it, and they will come and attack us when we come to court. Yeah, so how are you sure that these people are not the one who kidnapped your children? And the other thing is that most of you don't understand that those in power don't live in the same planet as you. For them, it's about the next election. You are the one who is worried about kidnapped kids. The kids are now kidnapped who are on the street. Who cares for them? Nobody. Yes.
By God's grace, if you are elected to power,
yes,
you understand that the strength of this country depends mostly on the fuel, which is every day going up, dancing up and up. What is your intention and what is the plan?
See, don't use the word fuel when we are talking about us. We talk about energy. Energy also includes transitioning from this basic reliance on fossil fuel and the black economy, as we call it, to the transition to different other models of economic systems out there. And fuel is not a problem for us because we are supposed to be producing fuel. But some people sabotaged it. And we will start producing fuel of our own because even the refinery that all of you like to celebrate, owned by Dangote, was virtually built for him by Nigerian state.
Exactly.
So we have refineries. If we can't fix them as they are, we can break them down and make them into modular refineries. So if we are producing fuel in this country and we save 10 naira per liter, 10 naira per liter, do you know how much we save per day? Yes. It's not rocket science. But these people actually took money from they borrowed from outside to fix refineries, and they never did anything. They shared the money. Buhari's people. You found out that under Buhari, the NNPC stole 2.10 trillion naira. Femi Falana just wrote a letter to the Attorney General yesterday. There are over 201 billion naira that can be retrieved from unpaid royalty, taxes, and stolen crude in this country. And if the Attorney General is ready to do that, we won't need to sell oil for the next 5 years. And, Femi Falana is not a frivolous person. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Revolution now. Who is corrupt?